Hello, students. Today we are going to read about a very pathetic condition of a majestic animal. So, the poem is A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. And before reading the poem, let us know about the poet. The poet Leslie Norris, born in 1921 and died in 2006, he was a Welsh poet and short story writer. His works deal with such themes as his Welsh home, his past, especially the pre war period, his experiences as a teacher, and nature. And this theme, nature, is there in the present poem that we are going to read here. So, what the poem is about? The poem is a contrast between a forest and a zoo in terms of comfort of a tiger. We will come to know what is comfortable for a tiger, whether a tiger is comfortable living in a zoo or being in a forest. The poem also tells about the mental state of a tiger who is a powerful, agile, untamable, and majestic creature. So, what his mental state is when he is behind the bar or when he is in the zoo. The poem moves between two different settings. First, zoo. We are told the condition of the tiger when he is in the zoo. And the second, we are told that tiger should have been in the forest in his natural habitat. So the poem tells about the importance of freedom and harms of deforestation. We all know that freedom is necessary for all. Everyone loves freedom. So does the animal. Now let us go to the poem. Read the poem A Tiger in the Zoo. This poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with the tiger in its natural habitat. So we will have two settings. In one, the tiger is in the zoo, and in another, the tiger is in the natural habitat. The poem moves from zoo to the jungle and back again to the zoo. Read the poem silently once and say which stanzas speak about the tiger in the zoo and which one speaks about the tiger in the jungle. So, the first stanza he stalks in his vivid stripes, the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet, in his quiet cage. So, this stanza, as it is quite clear, is about the tiger who is in the zoo. What the poet says, first of all, he uses he for tiger, it means he personifies tiger. So, he uses the poet uses the figure of speech personification. He stalks moves. He moves in his vivid stripes because we know that tigers have got stripes and those stripes are clear. Stripes, strands of color, spots of color. The tigers have got spots of colors on their hide, on their skins, the few steps of his cage. What the tiger does, he stalks, he moves, and he takes the few steps of his cage because he is not in the forest. He cannot run there, he cannot go wherever he desires. That's why he takes only few steps. On pads of velvet quiet, and he moves on his feet, and the lower part of his feet are very soft. Pads of velvet, the soft lower part of the toe of an animal, of the tiger. He moves, he takes few steps on pads of velvet quiet, and when he takes a few steps, he moves without making noise in his quiet rage. And he is very quiet, he is silent. But this silence is not a natural silence. So, what the poet says that the tiger moves about the cage because he cannot go beyond that cage, and he is moving silently, as is the nature of tigers. But this time he is angry, he is enraged, he is angry, and this anger is suppressed. So he is using repetition of the word quiet. So he uses it two times. In third line, quiet refers to silent without making noise, and in fourth line, quiet stands for suppressed anger. So the first stanza, the rhyme scheme of first stanza is stripes, case, stripes A, case B, quiet, C, and rage, case, rage, B. So A, B, C, B. And this rhyme scheme will be followed by each and every stanza of this poem. So in first stanza, the poet says that the tiger is in the zoo. He uses personification here, and he uses enjambment as well. Enjambment is a figure of speech. It is a run on line. Run on lines means when the meaning of a line is not complete within that line, it carries forward to the next line as well. So here we see he stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his case on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet race. So this is only one sentence, and the meaning of the sentence goes to the next line. It is completed with the help of next line. So this was the first stanza where the tiger was in the zoo. And now the second stanza. He should be lurking, lurking, hiding in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. Same rhyme scheme is here. He should be lurking. So where the tiger should have been? Because here in first stanza it is confined, imprisoned. But in second stanza the poet says that he should be free. He should be in his natural habitat. He should be lurking. He should be hiding in shadow, sliding through long grass, moving through long grass near the water hole. He should be hiding near the water hole. And what for? He should be hiding there. He should be hiding there in wait of a deer, where plump deer pass. So he should have been there in the forest near a water spot, waiting for a plump deer, fat deer to pass to come there, and he would fulfill his hunger. So in second stanza, same rhyme scheme is applied here, and the poet is also using imagery here. And imagery in the sense, when the poet says sliding through long grass, it creates an image in our mind that the tiger is there hiding and moving slowly, waiting for a deer to come and to attack that deer. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. Where he should have been? He should have been in the forest. He should be snarling, snarling, terrifying, showing his teeth, snarling, creating noise. So, snarling here, when the word itself giving the sense, it means onomatopoeia. So, he should be snarling around houses. He should be snarling. He should be making terrifying voices in order to terrify others, to the villagers near the houses of the villages at the jungle's edge. He should be moving near those houses that are built near the edge of the jungle, bearing his white fangs, fangs teeth, bearing, showing. He should be moving around those houses built near the forests, showing his white fangs, showing his white teeth, his claws, showing his clothes, his paws, terrorizing the village, terrorizing the people of the village. So in third and also in previous second one, in second and third both stanzas, the poet talks about the natural habitat of a tiger. He tells that a tiger should be in its natural habitat, and the tiger moves near a village just because of the deforestation that human beings are doing. The tigers are made to come there to the villages as the habitat, the natural habitat or the forests are cutting down. The natural habitat of tigers are lessening. But he is locked in a concrete cell. He should have been in the forest. That is told in second and third stanza. But where the tiger is, but he is locked in a concrete cell. But he is not in its natural habitat. He is locked. He is imprisoned in a concrete cell. Concrete cell, the cell in which he is prisoned. His strength behind bars. Here, burr and burr. Burr and burr sound is repeated. It means alliteration is there. So his strength behind bars. Tigers are known for their strength. They are known for their majesty, magnificence. But this majesty, this magnificence, this strength is now behind the bars, is imprisoned, stalking the length of his cage, moving about the cage, moving there as far as the cage could afford him to move, ignoring visitors. So many visitors come there to see the animal, to see tiger, but he is not interested in them at all. Why? Because he is imprisoned. He is not happy. He is angry. So he is not interested in those people. He is moving behind the bars as far as he could move. He just moved. He hears the last voice at night. And now it comes night. And he could hear the last voice at night, and the voice of and the sound was of the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. It is the time of night. In the morning, he just moves about that cage in which he was put, and he is angry. He could not do anything. He does not show any interest in those visitors. And at night, what happens when he could hear the last sounds of patrolling cars, and he stares, he looks with his brilliant eyes. He looks with his eyes, and his eyes are shining at the brilliant stars. And he is looking at the shining stars. He is looking at the brilliant stars of the night twinkling in the sky. And this shows that the tiger itself wants to be free. The tiger itself wants to go out into the forest. There is shine, brightness in the tiger's eyes, and that shine is presenting the hope that one day he will be there in his natural habitat, and he is hoping, the tiger is hoping to be free one day. So this is really a very good poem. It talks about the condition of the tiger, where the tiger is and where it should have been. So technically also this is a good poem. We know that this is a very short poem consisting of 5 stanzas of 4 lines each. In total, the poem is of 20 lines, and the rhyme scheme of each stanza is A, B, C, B. The poet uses personification here because he uses he for tiger, and he also uses enjambment, and it is also told to you when the sense of the line does not end in the same line, the sense ends in the next line. Metaphor, and we also see the use of metaphor here. Metaphor is a comparison without the words as you like. So he says pads or velvet. It means he compares the claws, he compares the feet of tiger to velvet. We have also seen alliteration here, such as behind the bars, consonant sound B and B is repeated. Imagery is also there, as in lurking the sound. We see the imagery here, and onomatopoeia and in snarling. Onomatopoeia when the sound gives the sense. And oxymoron is also there. Oxymoron when two contrasting ideas are put together. When two words having opposite meaning are put together. So the poet says that he is angry and that anger is quiet. So these are opposite words and put together. So oxymoron has taken place, and we also see the use of assonance here. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound, such as with his brilliant. We, he, e. So the vowel e is repeated in the line. So what is the moral of this poem? The moral is quite clear. The poet talks about liberty. He talks about freedom. He talks about afforestation. He says that keeping animals safe by not captivating them, but by giving them favorable atmosphere should be our duty. So what we should do? We should keep animals safe. We should not captivate them. We should not imprison them, but we should let them be free in their favorable atmosphere. Animals look majestic when they are in their natural habitat, because we know that a tiger is really majestic and magnificent when he is there in his natural surrounding rather than in the artificial setting such as zoo. He was not looking good, he was not looking brilliant there in the zoo. So we should all strive to conserve nature and the natural habitat also of the earth's animal life. We should understand our responsibility to preserve the atmosphere and earth. So this is our utmost duty, that we should keep our earth fresh. We should make our earth a better place for each and every creature of this earth. So it was really a very good poem, and technically the poem is also good. Thank you for watching the video patiently. I hope you have understood the poem well. Thank you and bye till my next video.